new data set. Hey, I am Chuck the bureaucrat, and you guys may imagine that I just kind of sit around looking for weird bureaucratic stuff to talk about. It's kind of true. But I found something really neat about Veterans Administration claim statuses that I wanted to share with you guys. And I promise, I'm going to make this quick. I'm not going to get wonky about it, and we'll see if there's something more we want to do with it. Okay, it turns out that every Monday, the VA publishes a detailed report of their claims inventory and their backlog status. They actually have like a dizzying amount of information in this report, but for today, let's just focus on the claims inventory and the backlog. Okay, here is the claims inventory, and this includes all claims that have been received by the VA that require further development or a decision by a claims processor. See that big uptick? We're going to talk about that in a second. The other chart we're going to look at is the claims backlog. These are claims that have been pending for 125 days or more. You can kind of see 3 upticks here. Okay, let's put these charts into perspective time-wise. That first increase in the backlog back in March of 2020, well, that's just COVID. In fact, those 2 little spikes there in 2021, those are probably just to adjust for COVID backlog. Then the second increase starts around December of 2022, and that is the result of the PACT Act, which was signed into law in August of 2022. The interesting thing about this shows up on the claims inventory chart. The inventory was on the rise even before COVID, and it looks like COVID didn't really change the rate at which claims were coming in. It just changed the rate at which claims were getting decided. But the PACT Act did accelerate the influx of claims. We're a little more than a year into the PACT Act, and maybe those claims are starting to taper off. I don't know, maybe. Now, personally, I'm not really thrilled by these charts. For instance, these 2 charts have different time scales, and I'm suspicious that somebody picked those time scales to accentuate that big decline from like 2012 to 2015. If you try and look hard enough, you can kind of see the relationship between the inventory and the backlog, but you have to look pretty hard. So what I want to know is, are you interested in deeper analysis of this information? Because if you are, leave a note in the comment section. Personally, I think there is an interesting story here that would be useful information for transitioning service members, but it would take some effort to dig it out. I'm more than happy to do that work. If it's of interest to you, just let me know.